I would like to start with a note of gratitude to each and every one of you who willingly participated in this challenge. Thank you all. Coming to the paper that I'm using, this was originally a letterhead. That is a 90 GSM bond paper. Now, I changed the logo for ATM Creations for some reason, so I didn't want to use the same letterhead, so I thought I have cut the header part and the footer part, so that I thought I'll use it for this mandala challenge, and which is why my paper is slightly smaller than an A4 sheet, but it is still 8-inch mandala, 20 centimeters. The first thing I did with this sheet of paper was to find the center. The second thing I did was to draw this outermost circle with a radius of 10 centimeters. And then I drew three other circles with the radius as 1.5, 3, 5. There's a small secret towards these perfect curves. I'll tell you now. The first thing I did was to roughly mark the center. And then I took this 180-degree protractor, kept the protractor like this, and then drew the curve. See, it's easy. And then I'll keep it like this, draw another curve. And then with the same protractor, I'll give us little space here, keep it like this, draw a curve, do the same thing for this. So after I finish all these petals, I took this pro circle, I took this biggest circle here, kept it like this, and then drew the curve again. This is how I drew this curve. So the outline for mandala painting is ready. In this mandala painting challenge, you are free to choose any brush that is convenient to you and any color that you like. Today, the message that I want to convey is there is always a brighter perspective to whatever that happens to us in our lives. So, let me tell you one such example which I recently followed. In the month of October, that is maybe October first week, I still don't remember the date exactly, but it must be around 6th, 7th of October. Okay, I just blacked out. I mean, I felt slightly dizzy, blacked out, not for long, only for a few seconds, but I just blacked out. I have never experienced such a thing before, so I only know something is abnormal with my physical health, and I definitely have to focus on finding what it is and also focus on correcting it as well. So, what I did was to call my doctor and asked, what should I do? This is what happened. And he said, Radha, whatever I know about your health, all you need to do is check your hemoglobin and BP, blood pressure. I said, okay, doctor. See, when something unusual happens, it's quite natural that you think about everything negative, and I am no exception. I did that. I said, what's happening to my health? Why am I blacking out? And many other nonsense thoughts, which I don't want to say it now. But I had all possible negative thoughts. Okay, so, but I calmed myself down thinking, okay, anyway, we are taking action, so everything should be okay. That's what I kept on repeating to myself, and I calmed myself down. Okay, so the next thing I did was there is a very diagnostics center very close to my home. So I went there, said that these are the indications. So I want to get my HMG done. And that diagnostic center doctor was like, Madam, get the complete blood count tested. From whatever you're saying, I think that is essential for you. I said, fine, let's go ahead. So blood sample was taken, and they said for this HMG, and the report will be ready in just 2 hours only, ma'am. You can come and collect it by 6 p.m. So when I gave the sample, it was around 2:30 or something. So I said, okay, fine. By 6 p.m., I went, collected the report. HMG was damn low. HMG means hemoglobin. Hemoglobin was very low, very low. So according to report, the minimum must be between somewhere between 13 to 16. And doctor said it can be 12 also. 12 also is not considered to be low. However, 13 to 16 is a healthy range of hemoglobin. That's what he said. But mine was below 8. It was 7 point something. And looking at the report, the first question doctor asked was, Radha, how are you walking and moving around? I think you're doing everything only with your mental strength, not with your physical strength. Then he sat me down. I mean, doctor sat me down and asked whole lot of questions. I kept on answering all the questions he asked. And then he said, Radha, for the kind of hemoglobin level you have right now, I suggest you go through iron infusions. I said, what? He said, iron will be given through IV. Iron will be infused into your blood. So, this will instantly improve your hemoglobin, and that is required. Looks like I've been ignoring my health in the name of focusing on family, in the name of focusing on the online courses, whatever it is. I shouldn't have ignored my health, is what I understood from whatever doctor said. And finally, he scared me by saying, you know what, Radha? There's very low HMG. In some cases, may lead to loss of life. These people are potential people for heart attack too. I was like, Doctor, what are you saying? And then he was like, you can take opinion from other doctors too and ask whatever if I'm saying is right or not. I said, that's not what I really want to do, doctor. I know you since many years now, and I am also understanding the intensity of the issue right now. So, and October 12th and 13th was weekend, and that's when I had this 36-inch rainbow retreat. I said, Doctor, 2 days I have this retreat because they said IV will be given in my right hand. I should be able to dot. So I'll finish that retreat and then come for my first infusion. And doctor was like, will you ever change? Kind of a look, but he said, fine, okay, go ahead. And then I finished the retreat. Thankfully, I had no problem in finishing it. I finished, and then October was a month of full focus on my own health. Low HMG has side effects like fatigue, headache. You don't feel energetic even if you eat really well. Sometimes heart palpitations. I mean, your heart beats fast for no reason. Sometimes it could be breathlessness. Whole lot of issues. Yeah, I took all the infusions. I felt better, and I am on Ayurvedic medication for improving hemoglobin, and that medication need to be continued for a minimum period of 3 months. And now my next HMG check will be sometime in mid December. Hopefully it should have increased. Now there are multiple perspectives to what happened. Let me tell you what are the perspectives that comes to my mind. Okay? I can think I follow a lot of manifestation practices, positivity practices, and of course for my health as well. And I can think, in spite of practicing positivity, why was there a downfall in my health? That's one perspective. And number two, thank God I had this blackout. Otherwise, I wouldn't have come to know about my low HMG. Did I have the positive perspective right from the beginning? No. I had all the negative thoughts in my mind first, but then I know having negative thoughts in my mind is not going to improve my health but only will worsen my health. So I had to change my perspective consciously. So this is what I did to change. I took a sheet of paper and wrote what was the negative event. And in the next line, I also wrote, did I overcome or not? Yes, I did. And then the brighter perspective. I said, thank God I blacked out because I came to know that my hemoglobin is low. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known at all. And the next point was, thank you. I had money to afford my treatment. There are thousands of people in this world who need treatment but cannot afford. So my situation was definitely not that. So I must be grateful for that. And the next was my family. Thank you to my family because they supported in every possible way they could. And I was thinking about there are people who have physical illness, who have enough money, but they live alone. What do they do in that case for physical support and emotional support? So I didn't have that problem. No? So I am definitely blessed. So the next was the amazing doctor that was available. The moment I called, doctor could say, do this test and come to me. So the precise diagnosis without even looking at me. That was absolutely amazing. So I thanked God for that. And I also thanked the medicines that were available to overcome this problem instantly. So, to find out this medicine, some research would have happened. I don't know how many people were involved in that research, how many people's time, effort, their success, their failures has all resulted into the amazing medication that is being available to me at that moment. So I'm thankful to all of them who had put in their efforts in making the perfect medication being available to the world. Now, what happens is I actually wrote 13 such things. And when I read all those points, I felt really good. I didn't have the negative thought about my low HMG anymore. Now, this is the technique that I follow for anything and everything that happens to me in a way that I didn't want. And now a new perspective formed in my mind. If something is happening the way you don't want, maybe that is what you actually need. Now, blacking out, did I want? No. But I needed? Yes. Because otherwise, I wouldn't have known about this downfall in my health. And this was required for me to fix it. So, the message that I want to tell you is anything negative that happens, or anything that is happening the way you didn't expect or the way you didn't want, please do whatever I did. It will instantly help you feel better. Okay, why should you instantly feel better? Why should you feel better? Because unless and until you feel positive or you feel better, things are not going to change towards something positive for you. So it is extremely essential for you to feel positive, for you to feel grateful about whatever that happens to you. I always talked about having brighter perspective. I think I talked about this in one of the challenge earlier as well. Let me repeat it. There's a very close relative of mine who lost her husband, and her question was, I lost my husband. Now tell me, what is the brighter perspective in losing my husband? And how do I think positive about this? After being so many years together, I have lost. So, how do I think positive about this? And I told her, I cannot actually imagine your pain because I haven't gone through that, but I can definitely understand the pain that you may be going through. And I asked her, I'm going to ask you a few questions and I want you to answer. She said, okay, go ahead. And I asked her a lot of questions like, why are you this health conscious? Why is so many things is so organized at home? How did you get your financial literacy? Do you own any property? Do you have any investments? How did you learn to invest in right things? How come you have so much of wealth? And then at the end of my questions, she said, Radha, it's all because of my husband. She had absolutely no problem in terms of money. And then I told her, see, the laws cannot be changed, that cannot be reversed. However, to feel positive, you can think about all that he did, which is going to benefit you and your son and daughter until you guys are in this world. That is the only option. And then she was like, took a sheet of paper, wrote all that she can enjoy until she is alive because of her husband. And then she said, you're right, Radha. What I want all of you to do at this moment is take out a sheet of paper, write any one incident that happened in your life that you think is negative or you didn't want or you didn't expect, and write minimum 3 points that will help you feel better about the same incident. And please do comment that in the comment section of this video. And thank you for watching.